Hey everybody, it's your host Rannalt back with another Star Wars Minecraft tutorial here in this summer of Star Wars. And we are going to be doing the Shuttle Tydirium, also known as a Lambda-class shuttle. This is the shuttle from Return of the Jedi. If you'll remember, this is how they snuck down to the moon of Endor and helped defeat the Imperial overlords. It's not too complicated. It's big, so it takes a little bit of time, but as you can see, it's a lot of flat, geometric shapes, and everything's repeated, so it's the same thing on both sides, top and bottom, left and right. I would say the most complicated part would be up front, up here in the cockpit area, just to get the shape looking right, and to get those angles. I think you'll really have to pay attention to this first video. And we're gonna knock out the cockpit, this center fuselage area here, and the tall center wing. You can see I got the inside here all finished up. You can do yours however you want. I'm gonna go through. I'll do it a little bit different way on the one that I build for the tutorial, so you guys can see other options. They don't show too much of the cockpit in the film. So let's go ahead and get started. You're gonna need some iron, some gray wool, some black wool, dispensers, furnaces, some stone brick stairs, some stone slabs, glass, buttons, and a couple other things up here. We got some glowstone, some iron bars, and a pressure plate. Normal, just gray pressure plate, and we are also gonna be using diamond blocks. So let's go ahead and start here. We've got our one block up in the air. Make sure you build it high enough, obviously, so that the wings can fit. And you're going to build it 3 long and 4 deep, and then you're going to make it 2 thick. And this is basically the starting point nose of the cockpit. We're just going to start from the very front and work our way to the back. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take black wool here, and we're going to start 1 block back from the front, and we're going to wrap a line all the way around it. And here on the short edge, whichever side's going to be towards the back of your shuttle, you're going to make it 2 wide. Then you're going to step it up 1 and out 1, and you're going to make it another 2 wide platform, but you're going to let it overhang 1 block. And you're going to repeat it again a 3rd time. 2 wide, let it overhang 1 block. So you can see we have this little cascade of black stairs here, and this is going to be the underside of, like, I guess you could say the chin of the head of the cockpit, because it kind of looks like a head. We're going to put these 2 little dispensers here, top corners of our little white platform that we've got built. And then what we're going to do is we're going to trace this around so that it meets up with the first black step here. And then we're just going to fill it in. See, so far so easy, not too bad. Alright, we're going to go ahead and switch to the stone slabs here, and we're going to run a layer of stone slabs across the front of the shuttle. And then we're going to put a layer of iron blocks right behind those. And that second layer, you're going to make that layer too thick because you're going to run another layer of stone slab on top of that. So we got slab, iron block, slab. And you can see we're kind of making this gentle slope here. Alright, we're going to make another ring. You're going to step it out, and you're going to come back 4, and then you're going to come in 2 to cover up that little hole right there. And it's just the same thing on both sides. And we're going to get started on the windshield here. So you can see we just ran it all the way across. And then we're coming back from the corner. And we know we're gonna want it 3 deep. Actually, we should probably fill in. Yeah, we're gonna fill in these corners. So yeah, it's gonna be 3 deep, but we are gonna fill in the corners here. And then you're gonna do another row of glass just on top of that and step back. So I'm recording this right around the 4th of July, and I'm wondering how your guys' Independence Day was. If you were in the United States and you celebrated 4th of July, I'd like to see in the comments what you did. So real easy, next step, we're just running stone slab on top of the glass. And we're gonna pull this glass back a little bit. All right, let's keep wrapping this around here. So on the outside edge of the bottom glass, last block, you're gonna come back 4 with iron. So just 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can see we're just slowly making this wedge shape. So you're gonna go up and in, and you're gonna make 2 wide, 3 long block. Come here to the front and fill this in right here with iron. And you can see it's already starting to look like a cockpit. So from this corner, you're gonna come step back 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're gonna come up here in the front and place these little corner blocks. And then over this little gap that we've made, you're gonna place 3 blocks. And it's looking pretty good there. You know what, this might look better with slabs. Yep, let's run some slabs. There we go. Then we're gonna come to the back side of the slabs and we'll run 4 blocks of iron there. And let's get rid of these placeholders here and start to pull our shape out a little bit. No, that doesn't look right. See, and this is what I love about Minecraft, is you can come back to something you've built time and time again and just, you know, make little tweaks, little things that you didn't like before. So here we go. Let's do it like this. So from that top row, you're gonna step it in and you're gonna come back your 5. So it overhangs 2 blocks. And then what you're gonna do here is you make like this little cross, like on top of it, with the last block that you're building on being like the center of the cross. And then we're gonna float a little block up here, and we're just bringing this roof in together. And you can see the shape of the slope. So starting here, we're just going to trace on the inside. Just come back 4 blocks. And then you can see the nice area, the flat area here where the top is going to be. So we're going to run another block of iron. And we're going to come up here and we're going to start bringing this down. And I'm going to place just a placeholder bar here. Like, we're going to get rid of that. This is all going to change. This is just so I know how far back I got to build it. Alright, and that's looking pretty good. Yeah, so I just got to keep sloping it up here. So you're going to come in here, 2 off center. And you're going to run 2 blocks down on both sides. And then you're going to run 1 bar across the bottom. So it's a total of 3 blocks down. And you've got, this is going to be like the starting of the doorway, like into the cockpit. Come in here and fill in these little gaps. Oh, I got stuck. All right, let's come over to this back side, and we're going to finish up this little, like, black ramp kind of thing that's underneath the chin. So you're just stepping it up. So from here, this corner, 1 block, and then step it up. So we're adding 3 blocks, like just boom, 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 in a diagonal. So just leave that alone right there for now. We'll come back to that. I'm going to go ahead and finish out under here a little bit. We're just going to run iron blocks across, kind of finishing up the stairs. So it's even with the bottom edge, but you're stepping in where it comes up. And then you're going to connect it to the U shape that we made a little bit ago. Then you're going to come into these corners and fill in these gaps. Come 2 blocks in, and you're going to stack it up too, so that we can finish off the roof. And that's not going to be the entrance. Oh, I left the holes there. There you go. On the outside edge. It's more of a stair on the inside, so I'm gonna change this back up a little bit. But I'm gonna come around to the front, and we're gonna help finish off this slope. Because you can see it kind of just it has like a flat top, like a Frankenstein head. So it might look a little steep right now, but once you put it to scale with the rest of the ship, you realize it's not that drastic. So we ran the half stone slabs, and then we're gonna come back, run a layer of iron, and then you're basically just gonna fill in this little slab, except for the very last block. We're gonna come in and put some little accent black wool here to really make that white pop. If you don't have some dark colors contrasting with all this iron, it'll look just so flat. And you can see now how the neck's taking shape. We're gonna knock this out here. And basically make another step. And if this is a little complex for you right now, like I said, this is the hardest part of the thing. After this, it's smooth sailing. Everything's all big and flat. We'll come out on the inside and we'll put some stairs. And now it's starting to look like a cockpit. This is a shuttle worthy of Darth Vader. All right, now we're gonna have to start focusing on there's like a black plastic flexible piece that connects the cockpit to the main body. But let's finish up some details here on the top of the head / cockpit. Excuse me. You're going to come to the back and you're going to place 3 slabs directly center. And if you've noticed, whenever I build, this is just a pro tip here, always build in odd numbers. So 1, 3, 5, 7. So you always have a direct center block that you can build off of. You know what? I didn't like those stairs. This will be a little more clean. So let's come here and start working on the plastic neck kind of piece that I was talking about. And you're going to make a C shape along the white, but it's on its side. And you're going to place furnaces facing forward along the half slabs, and then you're going to come back around and you're going to get rid of this black underneath here. And then you're going to get rid of this iron, and you're going to make this nice little pathway. And you can adjust and put stairs here. You can put different stairs. If you don't like the gray brick, you could do quartz, and then it could be all white. But like I said before, to me that's just too much white, and it gets really flat. So we'll just open that up a little bit right there. There we go. So the basic shape of the cockpit is now finished. All we have to do is some detail work. Let's make this a little bit thicker for now. And I'm going to grab one of these pressure plates. I don't need the glass anymore. The cockpit's finished. So we're just going to do some pressure plate detailing here. And I like the pressure plates better than the carpet for this kind of detail because it's kind of raised up off of the block and it's got the space in between. So it gives you more of like an industrial feel, like that's a panel or something that you could lift up and get into. So I'm using, I don't know if I mentioned this, the plastic texture pack, which I do for all my Star Wars stuff. But just so you know, if you build this in the city texture pack, it looks just as good, if not better. It's just I build all my stuff in the Star Wars world in plastic. But I suggest building it and then checking what it looks like in the other texture packs. It looks pretty good in just the standard texture pack also. So I'm just going around like I normally do, adding some buttons, kind of even here on the front, like some rivets. And we're going to do this last row of iron with the half slabs on the sides. That was a little too crunchy. Let's make it a little smoother here. And let's come to the back. Here on the center of the black that we made, that sideways C, you're just going to place an iron block. And you're going to go out 9 blocks in each direction. So it's 19 blocks long. So off a center, you got 1 block there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9, 9, 18, and plus our center block makes 19 wide. And what we're going to do is we're just going to finish off the square of the body. So 1 block out from the opening, you're going to run iron down until you have a gap of 1 block here. And then you're going to come across and you're going to come back from the other side. And you're going to make this little box inside of a box. And this is where the like loading ramp kind of comes down from. So we've got a row of black wool here, which is kind of like the rubber seal where the loading ramp will meet. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to fill this in real fast all the way around the outside edge. And we're going to do both sides and the back row. Alright, let's finish this up. Almost done. And, alright. So now what we're going to do is you're going to come 1 block back from the black wool that you just laid, and you're going to run a layer of stairs facing the front. And this is basically the little lip where the loading ramp will, like if it was down, it would touch the ground. And then you're just going to fill this whole area in with dispensers. Just like so. Alright, then you're going to come 1 block back, and with gray wool, you're going to run double thick along the front. Or sorry, strike that. It's you make like a little 2x2 block, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna trace this with iron. So we're creating this set back in texture of gray wool, and it's kind of like jet intakes. Because what we're gonna do is that gap that we've just made, we're gonna fill with iron bars, and it'll be like a grill kind of thing. But we'll get to that later when we're doing detail. So you're going to go step out 1 block, and you're going to trace the platform along the outside edge. So out 1 block, and then trace the platform. So 17 blocks back, basically. And then you're going to overhang 1, so for a total of 18 blocks. And then you're going to come in 2. And then you see we're splitting the shell into thirds. Basically, we've got the center, and then we've got like these 2 edges that we're going to step down. So from these, you're going to come out and over 1 from the corner and just run it all the way back till it's 1 block in from the outside arms. Then you're going to step it up towards the center, and you're going to make a little row of 2 blocks, and you're going to do this on both sides. And then we're going to step it up again. And you can see how the center of the shuttle is already starting to take shape. And like I said, this is the easy part. And then you're going to come down here, and we're just going to fill this in. We're just going to trace this, and we're going to fill this in. Because the the Shuttle Tydirium's got like kind of this flat little wing things, and then it comes up to a peak. So we went ahead and filled both of those in, and we filled that center in here. So you're going to come to the back, and you're going to make a little box off of the one layer that was overhanging. And this is like where our jets are going to be. And then we're going to trace that. And let's get rid of these. We're going to place some black wool up there instead, and then we'll drop the furnaces down. And then down here in the corners, we'll put dispensers just to change it up a little bit. And then back here, this is where I was talking about where we're going to be using diamond block. We're going to be putting diamond block behind it. So it looks like it's that Star Wars blue kind of jet look. Like all their shuttles and spacecraft have like these blue jets. So what looks cool is if we take some glowstone down here in the corners, and then when we fill it in with the diamond block, like at night, it makes this this blue glow come off the back of the shuttle, and it looks really cool. This is the same trick that I used on my Millennium Falcon. So you're going to come in 5 blocks from the back and 3 blocks from the front, and you're going to make this black like rectangular platform here, the width of the top, and this is the base that we're going to build the top wing off of. Step in, you're going to do 3, and then you're going to place stairs every other one, and this is like the little connector where the wing's going to connect. And then take black wool, and you're going to split in between those stairs, and it just adds some more texture and some realism and detail. I think it's awesome. And here we're actually going to start the wing. So you're going to, on top of the stairs, you're going to run a row of iron, and this is the platform base of the wing itself. Then you're going to step up, and you're going to make like this little pyramid shape. And you can see this is where our wing's going to go. So even on top of the bottom row of iron, so we're going to get rid of this right here, is where our wing's going to come out. So from the front, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to come 7 blocks from the front, and then towards the back, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight back. And then so for the height here, you're going to come over and out, so over and out, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then you're going to come over and up. And you're going to come over 5 blocks. And then you're going to go down and over. 1. So you do down and over with 1 block twice, and then you're going to come down 2 blocks. And then you're going to come down and over with 1 block. And then you're going to do another 2, and then another 1, and we repeat this pattern 3 times. So we go 1, 2, 1, 2. Or is it 5 times? You guys count. Let me know in the comments. I just keep going down until I get to the front of the wing. And then I just make it connect. So I think it was 5 times. You repeat the 2, 1, 2, 1 pattern 5 times. And then you connect with 4. So we came out 7, step 1, step, go up 4, and then you could repeat the pattern up if you wanted. And makes the shape of our wing. And then the next step is to trace the outline. So you can see how it's got this gray line that goes all the way around. So we're just going to take gray wool and we're going to trace it. So it's just 1 layer thick of gray wool. And then when we get to the back side, I'll explain how far down you go and how far in you have to go to compensate for the flaps on the wing. Alright, so here we are on the back side. And you can see how it cuts in. So we'll come down to the bottom. We'll trace it over. 1, 2, 3 blocks up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So on the 9th block, you're going to go ahead and place a dispenser. And we're going to start making the flaps. So you can see they're 3 by 3 little rectangles. So 3 tall. Or sorry, 4 by 3. 4 by 3. That's what we'll do. It looks better. 1, 2, nope. I just want to see the sides of the dispensers. I want that grill looking like little handle shape. And 4. And now we could fill in the majority of this. So we're going to come here because we know we got to leave that gap for the gray. And we can just come through here and fill in all this white. And we know that our dispensers are going to be 3 thick. So that means and plus the 1 block of gray. So you have to leave a gap of 4 with the white, and we can just fill it in later. So we know that it's going to be filled in there. And you can either cut in and back if you want, or you can do like this one and just make it a 1 big rectangular gray line. So that's what I'm going to do here, is just do 1 big line like the other one, but I was showing you that you can cut back in if you wanted to and make like this cool divider. I think it's just a little too dark when you do it that way. Let me finish up filling this in. And so I did split this into 2-part tutorial. So this first part is the cockpit, the main hull, and then this wing. And then the second part will be the 2 bottom wings and all the finishing details. And then let's come in here and finish up this row of dispensers. Dope. There we go. And I'm just, putting some wool there so I can place the dispensers down. Isn't there a way? There's a way that you can just turn that off so you can't activate the dispensers, isn't there? And you can see we've got this front like shape or texture also, kind of like front and down at the bottom. So you're going to come 1 block up, and you're 3 blocks back, and you're going to break out 4. And you can see I'll make it 4 tall. So you make this 4x4 little rectangle. And then you're going to step it back 1 and make another row. And then you're going to make a row that overhangs. So that first one steps back and then the top one overhangs. And it looks pretty solid. Looking pretty good if you ask me. Let's come up here and do some light detail. So at night, it'll like let the light cascade down the wing and you'll get some cool looking effects. Let's trace this with some buttons just to give it some more texture so it doesn't look so flat. Because it is just a giant wing, Let's do some more detail down here. Oh. And we'll finish up the other side. And that'll about wrap up this tutorial part 1. So stay tuned for part 2, and I hope you guys like it. It's definitely an impressive build that you can get done in a couple of hours, and then you can show your friends, hey, check out, man, I made Shuttle Tydirium, and they'll see it and they'll be like, dang, man, how long you been working on this? And you can flex the muscles and be like, oh yeah, I've only been working on it for 2 hours. Alright guys, so far I hope this has been helpful. Stay tuned for part 2. And what do you want to build today?